I thought we went on.
John Farnham.
It's old man's music. Wait for it, here we go. Take the pressure down.
Do you know how hard it is to find a song that's like about stress?
It's a stressful business finding a song about stress, let me tell you. Should we just stop that?
Do you like John Farnham?
Can we wait for the next chorus?
No.
Okay. Sorry,
It's
John.
painful enough as it is. So, anyway, hello everyone out
Hey.
there.
What? Welcome. It's Monday night, and you know what that means? It must be time for Kim's Top 5. Yep, she'll be counting down the
I think
top
we need-
5 oils and products for some.
Better intro.
Yep. So, I'm going to get serious now because our topic tonight is
Sorry.
Kim's Top 5 for stress.
Yes.
And if I can just say, seriously, I don't even know why we're doing this, because the top number one it's a no-brainer. Like, everyone's sitting out there going, oh, I think I know what number one is.
It's like that, the Triple J, or like when the radio stations run the over Easter or any of those weekends,
Yep.
and you know what number one, like you're trying to guess.
We already know what number one is.
Oh well.
So, anyways,
Maybe it's something different.
surprises, but I know what it is.
Okay, so I wanted to start by talking tonight about what stress actually is, because there's no use actually talking about what products to use for it if you don't really understand the underlying causes. So I guess I wanted to start by saying that stress is caused by what we call stresses, and stresses are basically life events, so things that happen in our lives. And most of those are either real or things that we perceive. And most of the time we are scared of things because we're not sure what's really going to happen. And that's where fear comes into it. So I always say that fear actually stands for false expectations appearing real, which is, what happens, you lie awake some nights thinking about all the things that are going to happen, and 9 times out of 10, it's never as bad as what you really think it's going to be.
True, unless you're staring a big bear in the face, in which case fear is real.
Yes, it is real. And I guess for me, I always talk about stress in terms of your glass, like as if you've got a glass. So if you're a glass half full kind of person, I know Jeremy's a glass half full kind of person.
3/4 full.
3/4, yeah. So I operate my whole life on a lot of stress. I'm very busy. So my stress levels are already quite high. And my glass is like 90% full already.
Of stress.
Of stress, yes. And then so it only takes this tiny little thing to tip it over. And then I yell at Jeremy. I can't see why.
The great thing about stress is you can always pass it on to someone else.
I do, yeah. So basically what happens when we go into stress, when our glass overflows, whatever it's called, is that certain reactions happen in our body. And it's what we call the fight and flight and freeze response. Does anyone know? Have you heard of the fight, flight and freeze response before? Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah, the three Fs, yeah.
So basically, if you can imagine that back in the caveman days, and the cave woman, she was going through the bushes,
Wasn't she back at the cave while the caveman was out
she
hunting?
was out hunting. And anyway, she came across a bear in the woods and in the jungle, and basically what the bear tried to attack her. So she had 3 options. Okay, the first was to run away, which is what we call flight. So our body goes into certain reactions to help us run away. The second is to freeze, and then you'd basically get eaten by the bear. So evolution and all that kind of stuff. You probably didn't last very much longer. And the third one is to actually fight. So when your body is actually fighting the bear, or fleeing, running away, flight, your body does a couple of things. Firstly, what it does is your brain releases some chemicals called hormones, and those hormones flood your body, okay? And some of them suppress things. So the first thing that happens is your digestion, your reproductive system, any of the non-essential body systems actually shut down. They stop working. So that's why when you're stressed, often you put on weight because your metabolism stops working. It slows down. It becomes really sluggish because your body has decided that you don't need your digestion to be working in order to run away from the bear or to fight the bear. So it shuts those things down. You also don't need to make babies when you're fighting the bear or fleeing from the bear. So it shuts it down.
I was just thinking, you're way too busy crapping yourself to worry about eating.
Yes. Okay, thanks.
Sorry, I just had to get on out.
Yeah. So basically, that's what happens is those non-essential body systems shut down. But what also happens is it releases other chemicals or hormones from the brain, and those chemicals flood your body. So we're talking about cortisol, adrenaline, things like that are going to help you jump into action and fight the bear. And what they do is they actually increase your heart rate. So that's why when you're fighting a bear or a bear's running after you, your heart rate is absolutely pounding and it's pumping more of those adrenaline and cortisol hormones around your body. Your blood pressure increases. And so you can imagine that you're actually burning off a lot of these hormones, these chemicals, adrenaline and cortisol and things like that, because you're using them up fighting the bear or running from the bear. But what happens in everyday life is that our body thinks we're under stress. It thinks that there's some kind of threat to us, and it goes into that fight and flight response where it's thinking, hey, I need to shut down these body systems. I need to make heaps of adrenaline and cortisol. I need to increase your heart rate. You breathe faster. All this kind of stuff happens. And all these hormones are going through your body and you're not actually getting rid of them. Now, in order for the body to make these hormones, it draws all of your vitamins and minerals from other areas of your body. So you might be eating really healthy food, but it's pulling all these vitamins and minerals to make hormones. So the very first, number 5 in my top 5 is Ninja Red. And the reason is because you basically need lots and lots of vitamins to make those hormones. And, even if you are no longer stressed, your body will be depleted of the vitamins because your body has been making, I'm just going to put that on the ground so I don't drop it on my foot. Your body has been making all these hormones and that's basically what happens. So I mentioned vitamins. So, obviously we can get all our vitamins, a lot of our vitamins from Ninja Red. Yep. Number 4. I mentioned that it also takes minerals to make these hormones. And basically we suck all the minerals from our body and we need to replace them. So that's why my number 4 is Mineral Essence. Now, I add Mineral Essence every day to my Ninja Red. I pour 60 mils. Well, sometimes we're a bit heavy-handed and it's more than 60 mils. Yep. Like it's 100 mils. Yep. And we add the Mineral Essence. Yep. So we do like 3 to 5 droppers, like the whole dropper in the water. Yeah, and then in the Ninja Red, and then add a bit of water. And so basically that way we're getting our vitamins and our minerals. And the thing about vitamins is that the body absorbs vitamins so much better when it's got minerals. It's kind of like a yin and a yang thing. You want both of them. So that's why I do Mineral Essence and
Can I just say
Ninja Red.
This video has gone nothing like the way I thought it would, because I thought I thought we were going to start with a particular blend and we haven't got close to it yet, have we?
No, because I think that there are other underlying things that we need to address before we actually look at oils. Because if you're not looking at your diet, your vitamins, your minerals, all of that kind of stuff, then your stress levels are actually going to increase.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Sure.
I mean, that's my job, isn't it, really? That's why I'm here.
Yeah, you're the comedian.
So how often do you wrestle bears at work?
Well, you don't, but the thing is, it switches on this response in your body, so your body actually feels the same way it would feel, like as if you're wrestling a bear or running from a bear or fighting a bear, and that switch is turned on. Okay, so it's constantly turned on and turned on and turned on, and your body is making these hormones and making these hormones and making these hormones. And if you're not fighting the bear or running away from the bear, then those hormones are going to be running through your body, and your body can't get rid of them. And it causes your body to go into a really acidic state. Okay, and so that brings me to number 3 on my list. Okay, now this product at the moment that I'm making this video is out of stock, but when it comes back into stock, let me tell you, it is amazing. Okay, and it's Alkalign. I stock up on Alkalign because I absolutely love it, particularly if I've had a really big meal and then have to lay down at night. Yeah, tell me, it makes me burp. It does. I mix it in some water and I drink it and I'm like, whoa, and I feel better. But that's not tonight's
No one's burps are as lovely as yours, though.
Yeah.
They smell like roses.
But Alkalign. So actually, it says on the back of it, Alkalign is a precisely balanced mineral and essential oil powder formulated to safely balance acidity. That's what it does. It balances your acidity. So if you are you've got all these hormones from stress running through your body, then Alkalign is your go-to. Now, the reason it's out of stock here in Australia at the moment is because they've reformulated in the US, and it's actually going to come out from now on in little single sachets rather than the powder. I didn't have any of the little single sachets to show you, but Alkalign is amazing. It's just one of the best products. So, the other thing that I just want to say is that not only does your body become acidic, but if you've got that switch turned on all the time because you're stressed and it's like your engine. If you drive it and don't get it serviced or don't put petrol in it, then eventually it's going to stop and it's going to stop working. And that's what happens to your body. And
that's when you die.
Well, yes, or something bad happens to you.
Okay.
So my number 3, which I just dropped on the floor, so you just have to wait 1 minute.
Yep.
Sorry, it fell
Is this
off.
number 4? Oh, no, we're going back. We're going back.
Oh, sorry, I go the other way.
Number 5
2
was Ninja. Number 4 was Mineral Essence. Number 3 was Alkalign. Number
2 is Nutmeg. Okay, so when you're constantly...
Sorry, this is totally not going the way I thought it was going to go. Yeah.
Well, when you're constantly in that alarm state of being stressed, then what happens is you feel exhausted. You are literally exhausted, and it doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you're still feeling tired and exhausted. And that's why I use Nutmeg. I literally get a couple of drops, drop it on my hand, and I rub it where I rub my energy oil, which is over my adrenals. And it's amazing. I absolutely love nutmeg oil. Okay, so if you're really stressed, putting a couple of drops of nutmeg oil with some coconut oil if you want on your adrenals is really, really beneficial.
Just out of interest, is that going to help? We have a drop or two of that with our chia pudding. Is that going to help us in any way, shape or form?
I don't know about it with our chia pudding. We add it to the chia pudding so it tastes better. But
if we rub the chia pudding
yes.
over our adrenals?
Yes, that's going to help.
Okay,
Jeremy.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I have
that leaves
to reach
us...
number 1.
That leaves us with number 1.
Can anyone guess what number 1 is?
Ooh.
No, other than you. So we've got Dione, Vicky, Sarah.
Come on, this is the no-brainer one.
Come on, what's number 1? What do you think it is? Does anyone want to hazard a guess? Number 1 in my top 5 for stress. That's a clue.
Starts with
stress. Our number 1 is Stress Away. Yay, Dione guessed it. Woohoo! So I've also got the roller here. I absolutely, even though I've got the little bottle.
I'll hold the bottle.
Okay, you hold the bottle.
Yeah.
I love the roller because it's already got the roller top on it. Although you can put the roller fitment out of the PSK
That smells so good.
You can put the roller top into it, but literally, I just roll it on like a perfume. I know we talked about Stress Away last week in terms of our oils for travel.
Yeah.
But it really is a great oil. Stephanie's just said that it's a green blend. It's very green.
It is, yeah.
But it's got that vanilla, lime, ocotea. It's just so yummy. I absolutely love it. So if I'm going to work and I know it's going to be a really stressful day, I'll roll some on behind my ears. I'll take it to work. I'll put it in the diffuser, back of the neck, wrists. I often put it, oh, look at my earrings. The lovely Danae gave them to me, but they're from another girl in our team. I put up a picture of them in the group, but these earrings, I put stress away on the little ball. It's like a little bead, a lava bead, and I put stress away on it, and that way I can smell the stress away on my earrings, and whenever I move them, you can smell them. It's kind of like a diffusing, like a human diffuser. So anyway, okay, so should we recap?
Yep, let's recap.
Okay, so number 5 is that because you're stressed, and stress uses up, makes these hormones and depletes the good nutrients and all of that kind of stuff, the vitamins from your system, there is Ninja Red.
Ninja Red.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 4 is mineral essence, because like your vitamins being depleted, so are your minerals when you're stressed. So you want to make sure that you're replacing them and nourishing your body with good vitamins and minerals. Number 3 is Alkalign, and as I mentioned, it is out of stock at the moment, but as soon as it comes back in stock, it's amazing. It says on the right here on the back that it's formulated to safely balance acidity. All of those hormones that your body is making when you're stressed are actually, causing your body to be acidic. And when you're acidic, that's when disease happens, because disease actually flourishes when the body is acidic. So get some Alkalign. Number 2 is nutmeg, which, as I said, I put it on my adrenals, particularly when I'm exhausted, because stress it's like this vicious cycle. The more you stress, the more you're tired and you're exhausted and you're not exercising, you're not eating well. So I put a bit of nutmeg on my adrenals. And number 1 is, of course, stress away.
And that's going to help you mentally too, because one of the things that we haven't really talked about, like there's physical stress on us when we have to work hard, but a lot of stress, it really starts in the brain, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And one of the nice things about stress away is, how long does it take for stress away to get from your nose to your brain?
About 20 seconds.
Yeah. So that's actually a bit of a circuit breaker, I reckon. So is it time?
Time for?
Time. Well, you know what it's time for. We've done Kim's top 5, but hold on, I have to
we weren't going to do it tonight because I couldn't see it on the...
Come on. So it's time for my top 1. And let me just say, being a bloke is stressful. Like whether you're a single bloke or a married bloke or with a partner or whatever, being a bloke is stressful because you're just constantly in a state of wonder and worry that you're getting things right. So if you're a single guy, I remember being desperately anxious and stressed as to whether I was taking my latest girl to the right fast food outlet. I'm tossing up between KFC. Will she like KFC? Will she prefer McDonald's?
Who is this? Not me.
No, this is a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
And it's stressful. And then, obviously you wake up one morning and you realise that in fact today is your 7th month anniversary or 8th month anniversary. You've got nothing. It's like you may as well face down a bear. Honestly. So in that case...
I have no idea where this story's going.
Well, how do you overcome the stress?
I don't know.
The answer, my number 1, is Shutran. Because it just...
How could Shutran be the answer to everything?
It turns a bear with a sore head into a wonderful, warm, caring woman. That's what it is. So in cases of stress... Shutran.
So when your girlfriend's stressed at you,
look,
you wear Shutran.
do you feel better?
Yeah,
Good.
I'm not anywhere near as stressed as I was before.
Normally she hits me afterwards. Okay, thank you so much for joining us.
If you'd like to hear our top 5 on a particular topic, I'm sure Jeremy's answer will be Shutran, so it's a no-brainer. But if you'd like my top 5 on a particular topic, then please feel free to comment in the comments below and we will do our best to cover your topic.
And we do wish you a stress-free life. It's impossible to be stress-free, but there's definitely stuff that you can do to minimise your stress. And that's a good thing, because our bodies respond to the stuff that we go through. So.
And you have a great meditation. Maybe we could post that in the comments as well.
We do have a good meditation.
Yeah. And if people want to, chill out for a couple of minutes with some meditation, then we'll give you that link as well.
Yeah, good reminder.
Okay.
See you guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.